back at it again with another video. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Nitro here, breaking you WWE 2004 once again. Tonight, booking Smackdown, as always. Let's see, something I'm gonna do instead of, this is something I thought of after Raw. We're gonna look at the emails that happened during Raw, or from Tuesday in-game to Thursday. So let's go ahead and look at those. New goals, I'll show those in a second. And then Ric Flair decides to go and throw all these riffs. Let's see. He doesn't like Bischoff, so Steve Lombardi doesn't like Bischoff now. He has simmering tension. Pat Patterson has simmering tension. Spike Dudley, the man that was only there for a tryout. Claudio Castagnoli apparently got an earful from Flair, so now he doesn't like Eric Bischoff. Jim Ross, Triple H, Victoria, RVD. Orton's annoyed because RVD was on drugs. Ric Flair caused riffs with the referee Jack Doan, Devon Dudley, Chad Patton. And then the drug test stuff, there's our TV rating. RVD needs time to heal even though he's smoking. It's whatever. Stevie Richards with Ric Flair. And then, what was this first one with Christian? Lance Storm doesn't connect with fans in my opinion. He has a little upside. Alright, duly noted, Christian, duly noted. Now let's go take a look at our owner goals. Charlie Haas must have reached 53 overall popularity, which is interesting because I had an idea for Haas, and now I'm definitely going to go through with it. Triple H, which this is very easy. Goal 3, I would believe. Goal 4, Goal 5, and Goal 6 are going to be kind of I mean, that's not difficult. Goal 1's not difficult at all either. So, and those are our goals. So now let's go into the booking. Or not the booking. Let's go into the incidents. Shane McMahon and Chris Benoit. Oh god. Oh god. Oh. Okay. Shane McMahon helped create a fun atmosphere when he pulled a classic rib on Chris Benoit. I was so terrified that a fight was going to break out between those two. God, man. Alright, let's go ahead and get right into the first Smackdown episode. We kick things off. It's a pre-show tryout match, Claudio's second and last tryout match. He's facing Ultimo Dragon. Claudio had 25 in-ring performance. See, I don't know. I don't know if we should hire him. I really don't. I'm leaning towards yes, just for developmental, obviously, but I still don't know. Let me know in the comments, because you guys saw when he faced Booker T on Raw. Now we go into the live television of SmackDown. We kick things off with the SmackDown intro, and it's a recap of what happened before January, so in December of 2003. The feud with Eddie Guerrero and Chavo started building, and on the first actual SmackDown of January, a promo basically kicked off the show. Not a promo, but a video package kicked off the show, recapping the angle with Chavo and Eddie and Kurt. So that's what I did here. Basically, Kurt is trying to fix Eddie and Chavo from splitting up because he doesn't want to see a family implode. Yada yada yada. That hits. Then the SmackDown intro hits. The key, get it hits basically. And now let's go into our first match, because we're not kicking SmackDown off with a promo. We're kicking it off with a match. Take that, Raw. We kick it off with some cruiserweight action. Billy Kidman versus Tajiri. Tajiri beat Billy Kidman. Just a quick cruiserweight match to develop some cruiserweight guys. Tajiri had an in-ring performance of 68. That's great. A 61C, not bad at all. After this, we go to a promo, the first promo of the night. Paul Heyman, the general manager of SmackDown, comes out along with, well, here comes the pain, Brock Lesnar, the WWE champion. They come down to the ring. Heyman's all smiley. Well, ladies and gentlemen, who is gonna be the man to get beat next? Because it's not the next big thing. He's the WWE champion. But who is the next big thing going to slay? Who's the next big thing going to conquer? At the Royal Rumble, he's not going to be in the Rumble match, obviously. He won that last year. So who's going to face him? Who on SmackDown is going to be the unlucky man to, how did Hardcore Holly's thing go? What does everybody want was definitely Al Snow, but I feel like Holly definitely had something play. I'll play the intro here.
How do you like me now?
Alright then. I guess I'm going to put that in post-edit. If I don't, I sound like an idiot right now. Basically, Hardcore Holly comes down to the ring. For those that don't know, Brock Lesnar broke Hardcore Holly's neck legitimately a year ago in 2002. Holly says, tonight, I want redemption. Tonight, this is where everything is on the line. Tonight, Brock Lesnar, Hardcore Holly, WWE Championship. I'll do anything it takes for that match. Heyman looks at him with a straight face and says, put your career on the line then. And Holly just looks at him without even a second of anticipation. He just says yes. And there you have it. Tonight's main event, Paul Heyman says, is for the WWE Championship versus Hardcore Holly's career. 94, that was great. And Paul Heyman got a new catchphrase, which is great as well. A video recap happens on this next segment. For those that watched the first episode, Test won the Hardcore title later on in the show. Well, at the house show for Raw, Rhino showed up and won the Hardcore title, showing that, as Taz and Michael Cole say, the Hardcore title isn't just a Raw title anymore. It's 24/7. Anyone from any brand can win the belt. And Rhino won at a house show, which leads us into this next match. Rhino versus Bradshaw, one-on-one. Later in the match, though, A-Train comes out, because you know how they did that in the Attitude Era all the time, where someone would come in. A-Train does that, basically. And wow, Rhino was held back by the chaotic nature, Bradshaw was held back, and A-Train were all held back. The match got the crowd buzzing, so that's good. I already know, by the way, I'm gonna preface this real quick. I already know, by the way, that the whole Sausage Fest penalty is definitely gonna screw us over on SmackDown, because we have no chicks, so that's wonderful. So A-Train walks out the champion after he comes into the match late, and everyone didn't want a hardcore match apparently for these three guys. We go into the backstage where Big Show's walking with the hardcore title draped over his shoulder, the United States title draped over his shoulder, and he's walking out, and we hear Taz say, "Up next, Big Show's in action." We go to Big Show versus Orlando Jordan. Big Show defeats Jordan in like 3 minutes, a squash match. It brought the fans down a little, which was what it was supposed to do, so that's good. Then Big Show grabs the mic. It's funny. This is the land of the Giants, and clearly that's the case. I've beaten everybody there is to beat on SmackDown. I'm the man that beat Brock Lesnar. So let's put this in perspective. There's no challenge for me. It's too easy. I'm the United States champion. And you know what? Even that's becoming too easy. I'm cleaning these kids up. So next week, I'll put this title on the line. Hell, I'll make it an open challenge. So an open challenge for next week gets made. Who's going to answer that for the United States title? It's a big opportunity. We go backstage now. Paul Heyman's walking backstage on his phone, and all of a sudden the hooligans, or Lundrick, however you would like to call them, Brian Kendrick and Paul London come up and say, Mr. Heyman, we saw that you gave Hardcore Holly a title shot, and that's great, but what can we get a Cruiserweight title shot? And then Heyman's like, I don't know. You two, I guess you two are a good tag team. You know what? I'm a man of opportunities, sure. You got one of you can have this Cruiserweight title shot. And then they both look at each other with excitement. They're like, but which one? And Heyman's like, you. And he just points at London. And then Kendrick kind of gets a, really? Look on his face, but London's excited. And that's up next, I believe. Yeah, it should be up next. Yeah, alright. Rey Mysterio versus Paul London's up next for the Cruiserweight title now that we know. A good match, back and forth. Rey Mysterio goes to the 619, London ducks the 619, and then you know how Rey does whenever he gets ducked on the 619, he kind of like stumbles back. Paul London gets up, boom, drop salt. He drops Rey Mysterio, goes up to the top rope, looks both ways, then goes for the shooting star press, hits it. 1, 2. Before the 3 count happens, the man at ringside, Brian Kendrick, grabs the ref's ankle, pulls the ref out of the ring, drops the ref with a punch, slides in the ring. London's like, what? And then before he can even say anything to Brian Kendrick, Kendrick just snaps and just beats him down. Starts beating down London, starts beating down Mysterio after, and just completely just drops both guys. He doesn't care. He wants to go after both guys. But why? Why is he going after both? Do that next. And then after, he still continues the attack. Boom, 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 boom. No, Rey and Paul London aren't getting up. Kendrick's going insane. Michael Cole and Taz are highlighting on commentary. They don't know what's up with this kid. He's never done something like this before. And that's why Brian Kendrick just turned heel. So I'm very excited for this. It got below average. Alright. I guess that works. Did I not change him to heel? God damn it. Did I forget to set him to turn to heel? I believe I forgot to set him to turn to heel. God damn it. That did a good rating though. Alright, we go backstage after that. And Eddie and Chavo, speaking of simmering tension, Eddie and Chavo are sitting down, just sitting across in chairs, not talking to each other, lacing up their boots, and then Kurt Angle comes in, because we're following up for what happened in 2003. Angle comes in and is like, alright guys, you guys have a great opportunity. It's a tag team title shot. Come on, win those titles. Let's keep this thing together. You guys got it. No, and he's basically coming across like, hey, I just want you guys to succeed. I don't want to see a family get torn apart. Did a 75, which is great. Chris Benoit versus Shelton Benjamin's up next. This was a match mainly just to get Benoit on the show, and also wanted to test out Benjamin, see how if him and Benoit could have a good match. Obviously they can. 72, that's great. So nothing much. Just Benoit beats Benjamin with a crossface. And then we have a video recap footage from last year where Brock Lesnar broke Hardcore Holly's neck, so that just gets shown to hype up the main event. Then we have the co-main event, I believe, Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero versus the Basham Brothers. I booked this match in a way where Chavo would stay on the apron more than Eddie would, so I did limited involvement for Chavo, which probably dinged the match. Yeah, it did. Eddie had an in-ring performance of 90. Jesus Christ. Alright. Basham's retained. Chavo's like, no. Eddie goes to tag out. Chavo just hops off the apron, just shakes his head. Basham's beat down Eddie. Boom, hit their finish. 1, 2, 3. Then after the match, that's when Chavo grabs a steel chair, slides in the ring, just looks down at Eddie and says, I didn't want to do this, but you made me. And then just starts beating him down with a steel chair. Did I not set him to turn either? I thought I did. Alright, I guess I didn't. I'll go set them both of them to turn. I could have swore I did when I went to go do the gimmick changes. Alright. We go backstage. The new hardcore champion, A-Train. Okay, yeah, they are supposed to be on screen. I was wondering why they weren't. A-Train comes to the locker, or comes out of the locker room, goes into the parking lot, has the hardcore title on his shoulder. He's dressed, he's not doing anything. He goes to get in his car, all of a sudden we hear a car screeching, and a car pulls up behind A-Train's car. A-Train turns and is like, do we have a problem? And Tess gets out the car. And Tess is like, yeah, we do. And boom, before A-Train can react, a big boot to A-Train. Tess gets him up, throws him into the car. Mike just keeps beating him down, using the car door as a weapon, hits him in the head with a car door, drops A-Train. A referee comes up, Tess pins him. 1, 2, 3. Tess grabs the hardcore title, gets in his car, and dips. The hardcore title basically is back on Raw now. And then we go on to our main event match, Brock Lesnar versus Hardcore Holly for the WWE Championship. If Hardcore Holly loses, he's fired. So during this match, Hardcore Holly and Brock are basically going back and forth. It's a brawl, just a straight brawl. Just have these guys come out and kick the living shit out of each other. Boom, 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 bang, bang, bang. Then Hardcore Holly gets Brock up somehow. Boom, Alabama Slammer goes for the pin. 1, 2, Brock kicks out. Hardcore Holly just looks surprised, gets on top of Brock, starts mounting him, starts punching him. Brock grabs Hardcore Holly and with all his strength throws Hardcore off. Boom, Hardcore lands into the ref. The ref goes down. Brock gets up. Hardcore turns to go swing a potato basically at Brock. And then Brock ducks, picks up Hardcore, goes for the F5. Hardcore slips out again, picks him up for the F5. This time, Brock grabs onto the top rope. Hardcore can't get him off. Hardcore basically just goes for a backdrop over the top rope. Brock somehow lands on the apron, punches Hardcore back, gets in the ring, German suplex. Paul Heyman comes running down to the ring going, pin him, pin him, pin him. Because he sees that Hardcore has a very good shot right now of fucking winning the match. So Paul's like, pin him, pin him, pin him. Brock's like, what? And he just goes and pins him like Heyman's asking. And Heyman goes, 1, 2, 3. Fast counts. Bell rings. Brock's kind of like, why did you just do that? I didn't need anything like that, but alright. So Hardcore Holly has now lost his job, which is made very loud and clear as Brock Lesnar grabs Hardcore Holly and picks him up into the F5 while Heyman's on the mic and saying, I want you out of my ring. I want you off my brand. I want you out of this arena, and I want you out of this company. Drop him. And then Brock hits the F5. We end SmackDown. Hardcore Holly lane. Gone. Fired. Never to be seen again. What a way to end SmackDown. And we got a 79. Alright, so that's 1 point below what we got on Raw. I think Raw was an 80. Pretty sure Raw was either an 80 or an 81. So Raw did better this week. I feel like that was a good SmackDown. I think it's a very transitional show in the sense that it's setting a lot of things up for the future. Because I know next week's SmackDown, but I have plans going to be really good. So yeah, that's pretty much SmackDown for episode 2. Let's see what's going to happen on Raw. We know at Raw, we ended episode 1 of Monday Night Raw, week 1 of Monday Night Raw, with Shawn Michaels and Rob Van Dam having a little bit of tension. What's going to happen there? What's going to happen on SmackDown? Hardcore Holly's not around anymore. That about does it for episode 2, guys. So I'll see you guys in episode 3. Take it easy.